Hey, what is up, guys? Today we are here to talk about the importance of neutral ducking. If you don't know what neutral ducking is when you crouch without holding on to the block button, so you're just neutral. This is really important in Mortal Kombat because a lot of the attacks that usually whiff or miss on opponents who are crouching will actually still hit them if you're holding on to the block button. So we're going to go over situations where neutral ducking is definitely preferred and a few situations where you do actually need to hold on to the block button. So the first situation we're going to get into here is SubZero's Ice Ball. As you're going to see here, SubZero's Ice Ball is considered a high, but the projectile still hits you if you're crouching while holding on to the block button. This means that neutral ducking is the answer to deal with this, so you don't have to block the projectile, even though it doesn't do any chip. You don't have to sit there and deal with the block stun. The other interesting thing about this is that you can actually whiff crouching normals under it, since technically you're still ducking. So if you want to look a little fancy while you go into projectiles, that's always an option. One thing to note though is that the EX version of most high projectiles actually turns it into a mid, so you really have to keep that in mind when you're sitting there neutral ducking, and pay attention. If you see your opponent spin the bar, then don't hit any buttons and hold on to block. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Jacqui's projectile, and look in the upper left how much chip that's doing from blocking 2 projectiles. If I neutral duck, then I can save myself from eating all that chip and find my way in easier. One thing to keep in mind though, just like SubZero, is that if she does the EX version at the end, there is an extra hit, which is a mid, so make sure you hold on to block and block that section of the attack. The last 2 examples we're going to look at here are not projectiles, they're actually attacks, and this one is Jax's dash punch. As you can see here, it can be pretty tough to punish if you don't neutral duck, but if you do duck under it, it has a ton of recovery and can be pretty easy. The last situation is just something that's universal in the system, so if you're neutral ducking, you can actually not be thrown. But as soon as you hit the block button, you're able to be thrown again. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you guys again soon.